Hi Martin's mates, and welcome to another episode of the Martin Mates Chat Show. I'm here today with Meg Labatchowitz, an interior designer and one of my mates. Meg, it's lovely to have you here. How are you?
I'm wonderful.
You're looking great today.
Here. Well, thank you.
I noticed you've got the logo on, your logo.
Yes, this is my logo.
Look at that.
My business logo. Yeah.
Put it made into jewellery.
I did.
That's
yeah.
classy.
Yeah,
I like that.
Thank you.
It's a bit of style. You enjoying a cup of tea?
Yes, it's wonderful. Thank you.
Meg, it's lovely to have you on the show.
Thank you.
Tell me
Happy
a
to be
bit.
here.
Thank you. Tell me a bit about, before we ask you about what you do with interior design, tell me a little bit about you and what it is that gets you up in the morning.
Oh, okay. Well, I have a lovely family that,
You do?
Yes. That
Peter is great.
Thank you.
Love her husband, Peter.
Yeah.
He's great.
Thank you. And so that gets me up every day. I'm happy to be involved with my family. And then of course, with my interior design company, I'm always scheduled to go out and see new clients and existing clients and shop for them, and so I love all that.
You've had a wonderful life. I know the fact you've toured so much. You've lived in Japan, right?
Yes, I lived in Japan
for 10 years. Tell us a bit about that. That's it. That's very interesting.
Well, my husband, in our first year of marriage, came home and said, I'm being considered for a position in Japan. What do you think about that? I'm like, that sounds great. So we ended up moving there first time for 2 years, and then came back for a couple years, and then we went back again for 8 years. So our children went through Japanese kindergarten in Japan, in the countryside. We were there for the Winter Olympics in 1998. Wow. Actually got to go to one of the events. So yeah, it was wonderful. We really enjoyed it.
So what got you into interior design?
So we moved to the Dallas area. I actually live in Allen in 2007. The houses were very different here than I'd ever, lived in before, and I was excited to make my house my own and our own. And so my kids are at a perfect age. I went back to school and started studying interior design, really for my own personal home and for my friends and family. And then as I became closer to being an empty nester, I went back to school again because I fell in love with it so much and became a certified interior designer.
As you say, you're certified now, you're qualified, you're experienced, and I know from first-hand experience that Meg has helped me with my wife and Leah, helping us style our home. In fact, we only wish we had more time for you to come in and finish the job. We just had not had the time to complete the job. But I know many clients talk very highly of you, Meg.
Oh, thank you.
And there's a real need for what you do, right? Because if you have a wonderful home, but you think, how can I do this? And you get lost in all the options. That's where you come in. You can come in, you can look at the environment, and you can give the homeowner some ideas which way to go. And I believe you can also help with the contractors too, right? You know people who can do the jobs.
I do.
So you make the whole thing easy.
Yeah.
Maybe too
I do
easy,
my best.
Right?
I do my best to make it as easy as possible. I think that's a huge part of what I do. And also I work a lot with clients who are going through some kind of transition. Sometimes there's been damage to a house due to water, and so they've had to redo their entire kitchen. Oh, no. And I help them reimagine what a 2020 kitchen would look like instead of putting in the same kitchen that they had before, which might have been built in 1995. So take this kind of bad situation that they've been handed and make it as positive as it possibly can be. So I love that. So I really, really love getting to know what my clients want, what they need, and having that be part of the creation that we end up with.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it's a wonderful thing, isn't it? Doing something that someone cares about personally. You go to it's a big responsibility too, right?
It is
an honor. You're in someone's house.
Oh, for sure.
And you're telling them how they should do their house, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you don't just say this is what you should. You give ideas, right?
Yes. And that's really what I do. Is I spend a lot of time finding out what my clients want.
Right.
What's the most special thing in their room, and maybe we're going to design around that. We also take into consideration how long are they going to live in their home. Right. Someone who's looking to sell in the next couple of years is really in a different situation than someone who knows they're going to stay. Right. If they know they're going to stay, then maybe they make a much bigger investment. Right. And I really work hard to help them make those decisions correct, so that they're doing it right the first time, and they're not asking me to come back or asking me to come at a time when they've already made a mistake potentially. So.
Right. It's a wonderful thing you do. I'm really fascinated. Is there a science behind it? I often think, when an interior designer says we should use this color or we should hang this, these curtains or whatever. Is there a science behind it, or do you just make it up?
No, I don't make it up. Exactly.
I know you don't. I want you to tell me.
So I don't make it up exactly, but yet it's not a hard science either. I do a once a month wine and design. I call it Wine and Design with Meg. And
love that. You should all go to Meg's Wine and Design. What a great night that is.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah.
And it's meant really to be a place where someone can come and ask their interior design questions.
Yeah.
And have a glass of wine with me and with our other guests and just really enjoy the time. Yeah. But the reason that's important is because people have questions like that. What's the latest trends? And sometimes I'll say to them, okay, I'll tell you what the latest trends are, but don't kill the messenger because you may hear something you're not exactly interested in. Yeah. But the good news is it's not a science. It's really an art in a lot of ways. So we can apply whatever is current based on whatever you want and whatever they want and whatever they need. And of course, you have to consider everybody in the family. So if you've got pets, we can be pet friendly. If you don't have children anymore, then maybe we can just do everything light and bright and breezy. So, the design is designed based on my client's individual needs, which is, really important to do. So.
Well, Meg, it's lovely to talk to you. You're a fascinating lady. When you said you were going to come on the show and talk about what you do, I was like really thrilled because you're such a lovely person. I think it's really cool that you've got your logo as a piece of jewelry.
Yeah.
Did you have that? I mean, you must have that made.
I did. I had it.
That's wonderful. I really like that.
I was at the Dallas Design Center during one of the trade shows, and there were many beautiful designers there, and there was a jewelry designer that had already made some jewelry that was very similar to my logo. So I was with a friend. She made me braver than sometimes I am, and so I approached the designers and chatted them up, and they ended up making my logo for me into a necklace, which they actually do sell on their website now, and they've called it The Meg, which is my nickname. And so so I have mine in gold, but they have it in gold and silver and rose gold right on their website.
So if somebody wants to at least talk to you about you coming into their home and helping them with their interior design, how would they contact you? Maybe you should talk down this lens here and tell everybody how they can contact you.
Well, I do have a website. It's inspiredinteriorsbymeg.com. I'm also on Pinterest and Instagram as well as Facebook. So there's lots of different ways that you can reach out to me.
And we'll leave tags below this as well so people can find out more. And you have a YouTube channel too.
I do have a YouTube channel.
Absolutely, great. Check it out. All the links will be below. Meg, it's wonderful having you on the show.
Yes.
God bless America. God save the Queen. See you all next time. Bye-bye for now.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thanks, Martin.